I'm Kelvin Chando from Tanzania. I did my uni in the UK, and then went back to Tanzania.
You said you live in UK before. Like, how long do you live in UK?
About 7 years.
7 years.
Yes. Life in Europe generally it's not like what people perceive it in Africa.
Let us compare your friends,
Right.
the life of your friends that you know, that you both start together
Yeah.
on this very career
Yeah.
before you moving down to Europe. Okay, so I believe you still have in touch with them.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, we keep in
Okay,
touch.
okay. Can you tell me your differences that you can see?
These guys were, big guys. CEOs, managers, directors. But I had to start from the scratch.
Changing the narratives with Mr. B.
Hi.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
I'm great, sir. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm doing great.
All right.
All right. Please, I'm going to ask you one or two questions through this interview.
Right.
We are doing this for educational purpose,
Sure.
sharing from our own life experience.
All
Right?
right.
Okay. Before I come back to give you a minute to introduce yourself to the audience.
Right.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, my good viewers, depending on the place you are watching us from. We are back again with another episode of this program, Changing the Narratives, saying it the way it is in the city of Rome. We are here with our big brother, as you can see him. Although he's going to be doing the formal introduction, and before then, I just want to urge you, please, as usual, stay tight to the end of this broadcast, and I promise you, you are not going to have any regrets at all. And equally, don't forget to help us share, like, and leave your comments for us in the comment section. We love you, and thank you so much for your great work that you are doing for us here by helping us to share, like, and also all your contributions. Please, let us talk to our brother as he do the formal introduction. Please, can you introduce yourself to them?
Yes, as my brother said, I'm Kelvin Chando from Tanzania. I'm here for a little while, about few days, few weeks actually, then going back to Tanzania. That's me.
You are here for a few weeks,
Yes.
returning back to Tanzania.
Yes.
Okay, are you telling me that you basically based in Tanzania?
Yes, exactly. That's
You live
I
in
live.
Tanzania.
I live in Tanzania. Yes.
Okay, so how do you cope by coming, going, or is it just for a few week visits and?
Yes, I'm here for a few weeks. I'm here for the training. I'm doing some accounting stuff.
Okay.
Yes, I'm here for the training. About a week and a half, and I'm going back this Saturday.
Okay, the training is it just for a week?
Yes, training is for a week.
Okay, after this a week plus,
Yes.
to
Then
be done with the training.
I'm done with the training. Then I'm going back home.
What is this training all about?
The training is about accounting stuff. We call them IFRSs. This is International Financial Reporting Standards that all companies have to abide by when presenting their financials. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a great vision, anyway.
Well, yeah, I can say that. Yes.
Oh. Like, okay, which is you done with your study back in Tanzania?
Yes.
Or you study in Europe?
Well, I did my uni in the UK, and then went back to Tanzania. Now I'm working for a bank. They sent me here for the training.
Okay, it was the bank that sent you here for that training.
Yes.
Okay, so you said you live in UK before. Like, how long do you live in UK?
About 7 years.
7 years.
Yes.
But that was where you acquire your,
Yeah,
your
did my
university,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, my degree.
your degree.
Yes.
Okay, so please, can you tell us a little bit of your experience in the UK?
In the
This
UK,
your years of study.
right? Well, let me compare UK to Rome.
Okay.
Yeah. UK is it's an English speaking country,
Okay.
whereas Rome is not. Is Italian. They speak Italian. So the two differ mostly in the language perspective.
Okay.
Yeah, and culture is almost the same. Weather is the same, but language, personally, is the main barrier. Few people here speak English.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you need to speak Italian to, have your way around. Yeah, so that's the main barrier.
Okay. So practically, you didn't start your study in UK. You just went there for about 7 years, right? Which is primarily you were formerly in your country, studying in your country before going there to have your degree.
Oh no! After my A levels, I went straight to the UK.
To UK.
Did my degree, and I did some few years of work. Yeah, I did about 3.5 years of work, then went back.
Okay, so let us compare your life in Tanzania to the one of UK and your peers, your friends. What can you tell us?
Well, life in Europe generally is it's not like what people perceive it in Africa.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good to have exposure. It's good to have to know what other people live, especially the first developed the world.
Okay.
But I would say it's best if you hustle in Africa.
Hmm.
Yeah, personally, that's what I think.
Why do you think so?
Um, because you come here, you work, you get good money, but the quality of life. When you say the quality of life, you spend most of your time working. It's work, work. You don't relax.
Okay.
Yeah. But in Africa, you can make it big if you really work hard, but and relax as well. Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's a balance. It's a balance of a bit of both work and life balance. You have better work life balance back home than in Europe.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Let us, I don't know because I am from Nigeria, right?
Right.
Because I think I came across a lot of Nigerians which share this kind of perspective of life with me.
Yeah.
I'm still asking you now based on you coming from Tanzania. I
Yes.
don't know whether it's same. Okay, let us compare your friends,
Right.
the life of your friends that you know, that you both start together
Yeah.
on this very career
Yeah.
before you moving down to Europe. Okay, so I believe you still have in touch with them.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, we keep in
Okay.
touch.
Okay, can you tell me your differences that you can see? Because they are seeing you as a big person, you are seeing them as a how do you see them?
Right. Right. Okay. Well, after I did my degree, like I said, I worked for almost about 4 years.
Okay.
My colleagues started working professional jobs while I was doing odd jobs
Okay.
back in UK. And when I went back, that was 2013. That was. These guys were, big guys, CEOs, managers, directors, but I had to start from the scratch. Exactly.
You that went international,
Yeah, yeah,
those that were home based were doing bigger.
yes. Way bigger than me. Way bigger
Truly?
than true. That is true story, I'm telling you, brother. So, yeah, now these guys are CEOs, like I said, and directors, while I'm, like in the mid level.
Mm.
Yeah. Besides, I've got exposure, but that didn't really get me somewhere. Yeah.
Upon today or to today, is there? Can you still tell us the differences? That was then.
Yes.
But what about the present time?
Still, these guys are huge guys. Huge guys. Yeah. In general, they are way ahead of me
As we speak.
as I speak. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, now your wisdom or your knowledge that you've gathered so far, like going to UK studying, having your degree and everything, and compared to those ones that are just on a, will I say, a normal level, that both of you finished before you moving ahead.
Yeah.
So now, what do you see ahead of time with what you have gathered so far? Are you thinking that it's possible for you to move, be as a faster with the wisdom that you have acquired so far? It's possible for you to catch up with them or even overtake them?
Well, that's a bit tricky, but I would say it will take me so much to overtake them, so much, because that's like 4 years of, I wouldn't say wasted, but I'm 4 years behind my colleagues. 4 years is a lot. It's a lot. So I'm just taking it slow, learning from them. Yeah, hopefully I will make it like they are.
But I was thinking that you leaving Africa to go and study international, as you're coming back, you would have been way more bigger than them. That was what I was thinking.
Hypothetically, that's how it's meant to be. But in reality, that's not the case. That's not the case. Yeah, people in Africa, they think we are living it big in Europe, but it's not the case. It's not the case. So it's good to come here. It's good to experience, get exposure, but go back home, build your country. Yeah, that's my advice.
All right. I have two questions left for you to answer for me, please. Like the first one, please, can you educate us for all the processes that you went through? What made it possible? Because a lot of people are out there who want as well to exploit this system of leaving their country to go and acquire skills or knowledge outside their country, like going to UK or still coming here to study. So, what can you educate them with? Is it advantage for them?
Well, coming to have your wisdom, your education
Yeah.
in say in Italy or UK, whatever in Europe, it's advantageous. You know, there's a fair system of education compared to Africa. You have exposure, you meet new people, you meet new culture. But I would suggest that immediately after you finish your studies, go back home.
Why don't you advise them to look for a job here?
Well, the thing is, it's near to impossible for an African to have a professional job in Europe. They've got to look out for their own. Then you come last. Yeah, yeah,
Which is to say, they have to first of all pay much attention to their citizens first,
exactly,
which is Africans come as the second class.
exactly. Yes.
No matter how good you think you
No
are.
matter how good. I mean, it's not like I'm blaming them. It's the same case in Africa. You know, you can't have a foreigner working, then leave your local behind.
But it's happening in Africa.
Well, it may happen, but it's the general system. That's how it works in any country. You give priority to your citizens. So, yeah, you do your education, go back home, build your country. That's my advice to you guys.
Okay. All right. The last question is a just general advice. So, what you have experienced so far, being in Europe, being in UK, in Italy, your skills, working back home, because you said just any moment from now, just a week from now, you're still going to return it back to Tanzania.
Tanzania, yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. So, what can be your general advice to everyone out there who are seeking for a better life? But seeing that they still have this opportunity, study the way you study in Africa, having something to do in Africa, they are still not yet satisfied with what they have. They are still longing to go out, and still longing to see, to go and exploit what they are seeing on internet, seeing life through internet, not seeing the reality. So, what would be your word of advice to them?
My advice is simple. Stay back home, build your country. There's no life in Europe. No life in Europe. Yeah. They say, been there, done that. I used to have the same mentality that if I go to Europe, I will make it out. You know, I have my colleagues back in the US. They had the same mentality, but you end up living 5, 10 years. You waste 15 years there. So, hustle in Africa, make it out in Africa. That's my advice.
Guys, in another word, there is a big way opportunity back home in Africa than
Yes, than here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for this exposure.
Next.
I believe that this will go a long way for a lot of people who don't really believe. You know, it takes only your own experience to do say to educate others by what you have passed through.
Thank you.
And this is, you are not saying stories of another person. You are talking from
I've
your
been
own
experience.
personal
Yes,
experience.
exactly.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate
Thank you,
this
sir.
time. Whenever
I didn't get your name.
My name is Brown.
Brown.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you, Mr. Brown.
It's a nice time.
Thank you very
It's a
much.
pleasure.
All right.
God bless you.
All right.